Hello again, here we are today. We got back to Pendle. We're at Aitken Woods. We're going to have a wander around sculpture trail. We were going to have a little wander up Pendle, but after it walked yesterday, to be honest, it has stuck it out of his legs. So we thought we'd just have a little wander around Aitken Woods and show you what we see since sun's out.
Yes, so come with us and enjoy his adventures.
Have a nice one. Well, before we set off and walk into the woods, I can't help but give you a shot of that look. It does get better every time I see it. Absolutely beautiful. Sat here in sunlit, birds singing and that. It does make you appreciate life. Tell you, it astonishes me every time. It don't look like it's much of an hill from down here, does it, until you actually try and walk up it?
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Looks different every time we come up here.
It does look nicer in spring, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In winter it's more of a challenge, you know. I can get up there, I can do that. But in summer you can just sit back and enjoy the view.
But it still looks stunning when it's covered in snow.
It does. I'm yet to see it. Well, where it ain't beautiful, you know what I mean? Even on a rainy day, even in fog.
Yeah.
But when sun's out like this, everything does seem a lot more vibrant and bright. I know we have done quite a few videos in the evening past, but we said we'd get out in all seasons, so this will be his first one in spring.
Hopefully we might see a woodpecker, because there's some woodpecker trees up here too, weren't there?
Yeah, you never know. We have set ourselves a little challenge of trying to get a shot of a woodpecker, as none of us have seen it in wild, and we keep coming across a woodpecker sign. So, away we go. Yeah, it feels good to be back over in Barley, doesn't it?
It does. I've missed coming over here.
I almost suggested a few times that set off from house and see if we can walk to Pendle.
Yeah, idea is good, but it's walking all the way back as well.
Yeah, that's what they put me off it. I thought even if we walk to Barley and walk over Pendle and get to Sabden side, it's still quite a trek back, weren't it?
Yeah. Look how green it looks now compared to when we were up here in winter.
Look at those shoots on the tree, look up
Yeah.
there. Look at those new pine needles coming out, look.
Yeah, quite a few corns as well.
Yeah, up new little pine cones. I don't know if Cam will pick them up. It's an absolute beautiful place, this, isn't it?
It is.
This hill does usually take it out of his legs, doesn't it? But
It does.
I think after that one yesterday, I feel like I could jog up here with a bag of bricks.
I won't go that far.
No, I'm probably getting a bit ahead of myself here.
Yeah.
If I set off running now, you'll probably end up having to carry me back down.
Yeah, most likely.
I will say that though, since we've started walking pretty regularly since Christmas, my stamina has seemed to have gone through the roof. Your health is improving quite significantly too, isn't it?
It is.
Look how dark it looks in here, look.
Yeah. All this direction, but yet still looks the darkened woods.
See, in winter when we came, it's more or less as soon as you come through the gate,
Yeah.
you get a bit of a spooky feeling, don't you?
Yeah.
But so far I haven't felt out, it just feels light and fresh.
It does.
Well, I know it's supposed to be good luck, sticking bits of coins and pennies in, stuff like that, but it didn't seem to work out too well last time we did it. Because it wasn't it day after that car broke down on us. If I knew for definite which one was coin, well, I'd take it back out. There's some strange customs and little rituals in Lancashire.
Yeah. I thought there'd be more coins in it. If anything, it seems less.
I thought that when I looked at it. There seemed to be a lot more shrapnel in it last time we came, didn't there?
Yeah.
Still, when I figure it, if you're skint enough to take bits of coins there to stuff like that, then you're welcome to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's look beautiful. It must be hot if Dawn's got her arms out. I'll kid you not. From car park in Barley to gate, she walked here. 2 thermals, a thermal t-shirt and a big black jacket. She does struggle to maintain her body heat. She's usually wrapped up like an Eskimo and everyone else is shorts and t-shirt.
It's gonna struggle staying warm.
It is good to see you out and about in a t-shirt though.
Yeah, it's very rare.
We will be stopping quite a lot more often than what we usually do. This has forgot a leg brace today. That's another one of the reasons we didn't head up to the top of Pendle. But you can't really go wrong with anywhere in Barley where you have a walk about. What do you think? You fancy a 5 minute sit down?
Yeah. I need to sit down again.
This is one of my favourite views from the entire place. He's just looking through them trees here. Oh, she's just having a little rest, so I'll just give you a little look in here. Oh, that's better. As soon as you get into a shaded area, the air does seem to be a lot easier to breathe, a lot fresher. Absolutely love the smell of oak pine needles. I don't want to walk too far away at the minute, so just thought I'd give you a little look at how dense and dark it is actually in woods. I remember being a kid back in the 80s and I think it was Tomorrow's Road I was watching and they did go on about something on TV called Smelly Vision. I'm still waiting for them to invent it, but I wish they did because it'd be absolutely great if you could smell this. Look at that for a gorgeous view. Not sure why, but for some reason it does seem a lot wider, does this path?
Yeah, I think they've been doing work because there were quite a few trees over the paths and we had to duck under branches and walk round them, didn't we, in winter?
Looks like they've been out tidying it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose it does make sense from doing it now rather than in winter itself.
Yeah.
Be a bit like raking leaves in wind, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If they'd have come out and moved them all back then, next day they'd have been exactly the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because there was a lot of fallen trees, weren't there?
Yeah.
Oh look, there's my throne.
It does look like it could have been built for you, that chair, though. It does suit you. You can just imagine it, can't you?
Yeah, I need one in garden.
Big cauldron in front of her, bubbling away. Two back wings hanging from the top of it. Oh yeah, definitely at home. Oh, this does seem a lot more open too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just got sun's out, but it did used to feel a little enclosed, didn't it? A bit tight in here.
Yeah.
A bit of a spooky feeling when you're walking, but so far it's been nice and breezy and airy and fresh.
It has.
Now look, we don't usually see over there, neither do we?
No. There's a few little things down here, but not like it used to be.
I do know when they clear them, they do pull a bit to the side, you know, for insects and ecosystem stuff like that.
For nature to take its course.
That's the one.
Well, yeah, because they were completely black. You could see where people were walking round.
I can't believe the difference with how bright it is in here. I mean, look, you can see him now.
Yeah, from this side.
Last time we were in here, I didn't see him till I come round this bend here and looked.
Yeah.
I almost laid an egg. Well, what do you think? Do you think we should go that way or this way? This one?
Yeah. I wonder if that blue hat's still around, that kept changing position.
Oh, we found that every time we come, don't we, on a different sculpture. He don't look any happier, does he?
No.
I still say I'm going to come here one day with a piece of chalk, you know, so it don't mark it permanently and there's about your name on that.
Cheers. There's an ancestor already wrote on it.
Yeah. I've still absolutely no idea what that is. I know I've showed you all these before, but for people who's new to the channel or for people who haven't seen any of his previous videos, I'll just give you another little look around. I mean, I've no idea what that's supposed to symbolise or anything.
If they're meant to be eggs, it could be life, like new life or something like that. I'm not sure.
I see what you're meaning. Ain't too sure.
Yeah.
There is a bit of a difference with sculptures in here, isn't there? Yeah. Some of them are absolutely top notch, like, you know, beautiful. And other ones you look at them and you think, well, what's the point of that one?
Yeah.
Like that unicorn and dog and that chair. I mean, whoever did that, they're talented, aren't they? It must have took them a long time to do it. I mean, like that one there.
Yeah, these are the ones you're not too keen on either.
It just seems absolutely pointless to me, does that?
It does, because you've seen some fallen trees grow like that.
I have. I've seen trees like that that are actually alive. Oh, there you go. That signs at woodpecker. Yeah. Angry woodpecker's been about in here. Just look how open and all that it looks down there.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to go back to his previous videos and compare them, wouldn't it?
It will.
But we do usually come as it's going dark though, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, to me that just looks like something that I probably got trapped in as a kid.
With the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have been a daft kid that tried to climb through the middle of them and got stuck. And this thing here.
This is weird and creepy, I like it.
Yeah.
You're not keen on this one much.
No, it does, it creeps me out, does this one. I get a bit of a tingle up my back when I look at it. I don't know if it's meant to be a wishbone off a chicken or an ugly baby. I'm not sure what it's meant to be. You can see a baby's face at the top of it, can't you?
Yeah.
That's not Patagonia, that is it. It's made like that deliberate.
Yeah.
But I can't twig the rest of it at all. I've no idea. But there's an hour at the top of it, so happen it's for luck, so I will walk through the middle of it, just in case.
Oh, you're still here, it didn't take you to a strange new world.
Right, fingers crossed for next time. Happen you've blooped wrong type proportion this time, Don. Them dates down there, I don't know if you can see them on camera. Oh, there you go. They did confuse me at first, but we went back and did a little research, and you're all significant dates at local history.
Yeah.
I don't know them all off the top of my head, but it were quite easy to find out if anyone's interested. Keep your eyes out for woodpeckers. There's a lot of signs to look for, but I know they don't make nests and they live in holes in trees and stuff. But I've been looking into why they actually do bang the beaks on wood.
There's that thing that scared me when it was dark, the dog.
Yeah. Turns out they do it for communication and to find food and to make somewhere to sleep. I mean, that is nice, that, isn't it? That's talented, that. Makes you wonder what tools they actually use to make it with, don't it?
It does.
It feels like glass, does its eyes. But with two holes at the top, it makes you wonder if it used to have horns on it. Just give you a little look at that if anybody wants to pause it and give it a read through. It's quite interesting.
The bat's up in trees.
They're smart, them, aren't they?
Yeah.
It is good when local authorities place little bits and bats about.
It is. Looks like they piled some logs up there on that wall where it's broke. Just other side of these trees you can't see it there.
Ah, it does. That's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Replacing missing stones with a few dead logs. Well, there's no shortage of them in here, is there?
No.
Well, we are thinking of having a little walk down there. I know it's a bit off track, but usually when we come in here we do stick to track, and we haven't been down. Well, we haven't been down there before, have we?
No, I don't think so.
But before we go down there, I'll just give anybody new to the channel a little look at this sculpture up here. It is quite impressive and well made. It seems a shame to walk past it and not get it on camera for you. And usually all this is that boggy and wet that you can't really walk up to it, you know, without sinking. So let's give you a look at that if anybody wants to pause it and read it. It's called a dryad, Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought it were a wood nymph or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I've been calling it.
Yeah. I must be blind, I've never clocked the sound before. It's impressive, that.
It is.
Look, sail's drying out nicely, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's been dry as March on record, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is quite warm and all. We didn't really get a shot on way up, but as we're walking back down to the car, I will show you at reservoirs because they have dropped significantly. When we came up the other day with Skywatcher and Mick McLaren, we did notice how low they were. Well, Mick McLaren actually climbed over the wall and had a little walk down because you could see some tracks next to the reservoir. He wanted to see what had been drinking out of them.
Yeah, it were.
Turned out it were deer and what we thought could have been either a small dog or fox. I'm going to have to do it. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll walk up here to Unicorn,
Yeah.
and then we'll turn right at Unicorn and walk into woods itself because we've never been down in there, have we? But it is both his favourite sculpture in here, isn't it, the Unicorn?
Yeah. This is where we spotted all them deers the first time, weren't it?
It was, yeah.
I remember it being right close to Unicorn.
Yeah, another stone there, look.
Yeah. You're obsessed with looking at stones now, aren't you, since you found that fossil?
I am.
Yeah.
Well, what's done it as, I've walked past that stone quite a lot of times and I've never ever seen the fossil on it, and it was right at the front of it.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder what else I've walked past and not seen. I don't think there's much chance of seeing any deers in here today.
No, it is quite busy with people.
Yeah, and it's school holidays, so all noisemakers are walking about.
Little children.
Yeah, it is good to see. It's definitely better than them sat in the bedrooms playing computer, innit? Getting them out and about and getting them interested in nature and walking about.
Yeah, definitely.
It's still quite boggy up to Unicorn, unfortunately, but we'll try and get a bit closer than what we usually do. Oh, there we go, I can get right up to it.
It is well smart, that Unicorn, isn't it?
It is, it's nice. Its eyes feel like they're made of resin or glass.
Do you reckon it could be sanded and Barley?
I always thought it were made of wood. That's the first time I've touched it. It feels like it's made of fiberglass.
It looks like wood.
Yeah, it does. I did always think it was wood. But if I'm actually touching it, it does. It feels like fiberglass. It's hollow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, I'm still impressed, but I'm not as impressed now. If anybody does notice anything in the background, it would be appreciated if you could let us know, especially if it's a woodpecker. That's something to look into when we get back home though.
Yeah.
Apart from banging the beaks on trunks like, I'm not too sure what sound a woodpecker makes.
No, neither am I.
Just feel how dry this grass is.
It is. Usually we walk on this type of stuff, we sink it everywhere and getting wet.
Yeah. Nature's mattress, eh?
Yeah.
Leave your head down on that, it'd be more comfy than his bed. Well, if they were red balloons, they might be going other way, Dawn. I've seen this film before.
Yeah.
And nice open space here, isn't it? Well, things have definitely took a bit more of a spooky turn as soon as you come into trees here.
It has, hasn't it?
It's gone from all sunny and wide open to... Well, it does feel like dark and damp in this bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. But you can tell this bit's not too misty, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as well walked in here as the rest of it, is it?
No.
Yeah. That's the same type of water I fell in over there, isn't it?
Iron water.
Yeah. It's quite relaxing, that. Look at root ball on that, Dawn, that's huge.
It is, it's massive, isn't it?
Well, I did think that would be full of frog spawn, but they must not live in iron water, eh?
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool, like roots have made like little natural dams.
Yeah. You can channel and divert water certain ways, like.
Yeah.
Oh, I did just see back end of a bird going through there then. Does feel a lot colder in this part of woods, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, I am looking for tracks, any type of wildlife sign that might be drinking out of there, but on second thoughts they probably won't, would they?
Yeah. Very, very crunchy underfoot.
Does look nice that though, doesn't it?
It does. It might not be actually iron water, that one. That might be old sweetness round.
Ah yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
Because
I never thought of that.
Brown and orange.
Yeah. Up there were a little orange, but I see what you mean. Down here it's, well, it's almost like bitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does look like something from out of an horror film though, doesn't it? Especially up dead trees.
Yeah, blur woods.
Yeah. And just look at that. It just crumbles.
Insects will be loving that in height of summer.
Oh. Angry woodpeckers definitely had a go at that one, like.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell you the truth, I'm not exactly sure just how big a woodpecker is.
No, neither am I. I was hoping I might hear some drumming today, you know, from them.
Yeah, we'll keep his ears open. I think if there is going to be, well, we know there is woodpeckers in here, we've seen some, but I think round here is probably going to be his best chance of seeing one, isn't it, with all dead trees?
Yeah.
And it not being as well walked as Vested woods. But with noise this grain's making underfoot, I think we'll scare out away a mile before we get to it.
Yeah.
I do keep looking up in trees for holes, because I do know they live in holes, but without knowing what size a woodpecker is like, it's a bit unsure to know what size hole to look for. I could be looking in a squirrel or a bat hole.
That looks like it's a bit woodpecker type.
I can't get over the height of some of these trees. Dawn has fetched her endoscope with her today, so if we do come across out, hopefully we'll be able to shine that in it and have a little look. Yeah. It looks like a gang of angry woodpeckers has had a go on that one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't see anything significant that looks like it could be a nesting hole though.
No, I don't. That's what's puzzling me. We've seen all this woodpecker sound, but we're not actually seeing any holes in trees, are we?
Yeah.
Just watch yourself there, it's a little steep. Yeah, look, that one looks like it could be promising. Well, that's got woodpecker sign all over it.
Yeah, that's way too big for it to be a nesting hole. That's just proper bored out, isn't it?
But all these trees around here, look, they've all got...
Yeah, the signs.
Yeah. Well, on reflection, I don't think we're going to see a woodpecker actually walking around, especially on ground like this. I think his best chance is to sit down and have a coffee time and try and play woodpecker sounds Dawn has on her phone and see if we can encourage something to call back or to come a bit closer towards us. wonder what's caused that there. You think that's natural erosion with water?
Yeah, water flowing down all the time, isn't it?
It must have been flowing for hundreds of years. It's quite deep, is that, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't do it, it's dead.
It's solid as a rock, is that so?
Don't do it. It's a third rock.
No, on second thoughts, it does seem a little unstable. It's a shame because I do want to get a shot at view over there, look. I don't know if I can zoom in fruit trees.
Oh, I did think you were still going to do it and I was going to get phone number 2.
Well, yeah. Well, we're going to walk across here and try and get you a better shot at horizon, but I'm not sure how much power Dawn's got left in her witchy finger, so I think I'll play it safe.
I was nowhere near you.
You don't have to be.
Looks like someone's been digging there.
I'll see if I can get camera down that. I'm going to do that one day and I'm going to feel a drop and my phone's going to vanish down an ozone lip.
Oh, you phone might be or something.
Right, I'll just pause for a minute and clean my phone lens. Right, well now I've just cleaned my phone lens, we'll keep going up here for you.
That definitely looks dug out like it could be a rabbit hole or something. Have you seen?
Oh, down there.
You know how smooth the soil is.
That's an all on earth, isn't it? Let's have a look at that. I'll just change angle of that. I keep putting them down holes and I keep putting the top at 4 instead of what's in front of it. Well, from size at all, I did think I'd get a bit further into that one.
Yeah. I reckon I found a rabbit hole then.
You're just hoping the fox runs out and bites me or something, didn't you?
No, not on a hole that small. There's loads of them.
They seem to be all around here, aren't they? Yeah, I don't want to force it down there. End up getting it stuck.
Yeah, I think it could be a rabbit hole now. But if we stop here, it goes right quiet. We'd see him run out holes.
Yeah. Would be a nice place to put trail cam, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely not a well walked track, isn't this? Well, it's not a track at all, is it?
No.
Wonder what that is there, look.
Ah, got a clue. Does it look half mouldy?
Yeah. Some type of mouldy mushroom or something. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get a little chilly in here.
Yeah.
And start heading further up into the sun.
Yeah. And go back towards the top a bit.
Yeah. I tell you, there's not like cleaving your head like a wander out woods, is there?
No.
There's a feather there, look. Looks like a pigeon feather to me, that.
Yeah.
There's lots of these little channels, isn't there? They do make a nice sound. You know, if there's an easy way across, you'll find it, won't you? There we go. I was saying that to Mick the other night when we went for a walk round Haslingden.
Yeah.
I says I seem to have a knack of finding hardest route, and Don has a knack of finding easiest one.
Yeah, definitely.
That when we made it up Pendle, none of us had a clue where we were going, did we?
No.
Out of all woods we walked round, this seems to be one with most deadfall, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then next one's Hollywell Woods, I think, up Witches Woods.
Yeah, I'm going to say, in Witches Woods there seems to be a lot of things that get thrown at you.
Yeah.
Angry little squirrels in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying they are. It could be something spooky, but I'm still saying it angry squirrels.
Yeah, if I don't see squirrels, I'll not get you back in them, will I?
No.
Well, I seem to have took us to a bit of a dead end here. Like Mick says, if you're going for a walk round woods...
No.
No, you can't get up that bit, can you? Well, I did just try and get Dawn over that, but usually I would be able to pull her up with something like that if she did have a knee brace on, but she don't want to risk it, I can't blame it. But it's like Mick says, if you're wandering around the woods, around fells or out on your own, always let somebody know where you're going or what time you're due back. Take a bit of a backpack with you, pack it as light as you can, but as if you were going to stay overnight, because you never know what's going to happen. I do seem to have a bit of a knack for finding the hardest path we can.
You do.
Look at that one, that's completely dead, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just watch your eyes and face going through there, don't? It seems to have gone quite quiet in this bit of woods, doesn't it?
What?
Gone quiet.
Yeah.
We were hearing a lot of bird sound over that way, weren't we?
Yeah, I think it's up noise round after it crunching and cracking at twigs.
Right, well, we scared them off.
Yeah.
I'll go first down here. I fell for stuff like this before. Before you know it, you're waist deep in bog mud. No, it is pretty solid, that Don. You'll be alright crossing there. Seems to be a lot of birds this way, don't they?
It does.
Every time we come in here, I seem to get a bit deeper into the woods, like. It does seem to get denser as it goes further on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't seem that, just to come in and just walk around Sculpture Trail itself. We do like getting off path a bit.
I do like getting off path, especially where it's a lot quieter too.
Looks like there's a bit of a den or a makeshift shelter down there. You want to go and have a look at that?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just where trees fell over, that's all. Look. Got there a bit of a den down there, that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It is cool when we come across homemade shelters.
Yeah, we've seen some quite impressive ones, haven't we?
Yeah.
That one in Uncoat Colliery were pretty well made.
Yeah. It was quite tidy as well, that.
Yeah. They did even hung up a rubbish bag, haven't they?
Yeah, it's not everything, not something you see every day, that is it?
No. Well, we've got back on a bit of a path here, so we'll keep following this up.
Yeah.
Get back on Sculpture Trail, I think. Oh, just to give you a better look at them dates, look. That's significant periods in history for area. So if anybody does want to look them up, it was pretty easy to find information out about them. Up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that looks a nice sunny spot, doesn't it? What are you thinking?
Coffee time.
Definitely. Well, we've just had us coffee time, a bit of a Kit Kat. We're going to keep heading up here for you.
You know, it is nice hearing old birds.
I was thinking that myself, but then
And
I
then,
thought to myself, I'm sure that was a seagull,
yeah,
but
and then you hear a seagull.
it's the first time I've heard a seagull over here.
Yeah.
Well, I hope camera pick that up and people don't think we're cracking up. Well, from the amount of cars in Barley car park and down that road outside where we park, I thought it'd be absolutely even in here.
Yeah.
We do seem to be hearing a lot of people, but not really seeing them. I think they're all staying at bottom half, aren't they?
Yeah, but we've been off track quite a bit though, haven't we?
Ah, true.
At bottom there are quite a few people.
It would be interesting in finding out how old that wall is.
Yeah.
If I can getting an old map of seeing what were in here before it was a sculpture trail, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it actually used for anything.
It does feel like it's an old wood though, with size like trunks on some trees.
Yeah, it does. That wall does look like it's got some age to it.
It does.
You never know, we might see some deer led down in there.
Yeah.
We have seen quite a few deers in here and they're on his previous videos. But they're usually around dusk or quite late into at night.
Yeah, they are. Well, it's quite warm again now, rinse on.
It's grand and it's lovely. There's something about a path and trees in it that just makes it look spooky.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the first time we'll have been round here and not needed a shower as soon as we get back.
Yeah. Usually end up full of mud, don't we?
We did say at the beginning when we first started making videos we would try and show you around all these nice places of Lancashire in all seasons and
weathers.
Yeah, in all weathers, and so far I think we're sticking to it.
Yeah.
We do appreciate you subscribing and leaving comments. There's quite a couple of channels that's been helping us out, so I'd like to thank Mick from Skywatch Explorer and Mick McLaren from Overwinterville. They've been giving me little tips and taking me out for collabs and showing me little bits and bats around their areas, and it's always good to get a bit of an helping hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank them as well.
You're beginning to meet quite a nice community.
Yeah. Like when I've told people previously about us encountering Scotland with big black cat, even people I've known for years, you could tell they were thinking it back of their mind, like, you know.
Wayne's finally cracked.
Yeah, Wayne's gone nuts.
Yeah.
He's had a whack out feed or something. But you start meeting a few like-minded people and you don't feel as bad, do you? You can like express it a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's good to know I'm not the only one that has had an encounter. I keep saying we're going to go down there one time and have a little wander, don't I? But tell you the truth, I'm enjoying walking in the sun.
Yeah.
Let's look at that fair view in distance, look.
I was just looking at that, the yellow fields and then a nice bright green field. I must have had something planted on it.
Ah, it's strange, is that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, you'd never think about that if you were driving around, would you?
No.
I've said it well before, I say it again. You've got to get out and about to appreciate things properly. I always feel a bit sad when I come past this bit. It is a cracking sculpture that, it does make you feel a little sad. You can see expressions on the face, look, if you look close.
Yeah, I'm looking sad.
Yeah, it seems to look sadder from the other side, look down. I'm not sure why, but it seems to pick out a bit more detail.
does make you think a bit more of what they'd have gone through. It must have been absolutely terrifying.
And Lancaster's that way.
They wouldn't have got trekked nice up way to Lancaster, would they?
No, they wouldn't. Walking 40 miles bad enough, but 40 miles chained up and more or less bare feet, that'd be worse.
I don't think they'd have walked it either. They'd have been dragged behind horse and cart and that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It'd have been terrible. It's easy to forget stuff like that nowadays, isn't it? You know, with modern TV shows and that, they seem to glorify witches and vampires and things like that, but back in the day, if they thought you were one, it wouldn't have been nice.
Yeah, it was mainly just outspoken women or a woman that were a bit different.
Well, that's exactly what it were. It were a way for fellas to control women.
Yeah.
Your woman answered back, she were a witch.
Yeah.
What was that thing? They'd tie your hands up or something, chuck you in with her.
Yeah, if you drowned, you weren't a witch. If you could swim, you were a witch.
Yeah, it was something daft, but either way you died, didn't you?
Yeah.
Weren't much. Well,
Yeah.
there weren't much point to pleading your innocence with if you're going to die either way.
No.
Being burned at stake, that must have been absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it would have.
It's very easy to forget stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, it were women that just knew about what herbs you could eat in woods and bits and bats of medicine, you know, to cure ailments and stuff back then.
Yeah.
You'd have been absolutely petrified of standing out of being a bit different, wouldn't you?
You would.
I think it was King Richard, as soon as he came out with that pamphlet, how to identify a witch, and up local mayors and sheriffs and other local villages and towns who wanted to get into his favour, they started going on a bit of a witch hunt, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely.
They just pull women off streets. She fits criteria, look, hey, we've caught you a witch, we've caught you a witch. It'd just be a woman walking out woods picking mushrooms.
Yeah.
Is any fox born in there?
No.
I thought there might have been a bit in that.
Well, everything gardens began to hatch, so I'm guessing most of it will be tadpoles now.
We did find some other day on Pendle walk, but it were bright green, you know, like a old 80s marble.
Right.
Yeah, and as best guess for that, we thought it could be new to salamander.
Yeah.
Because we did see some that look like tadpoles, but they all start off more or less looking the same, don't they?
Yeah.
Frogs, newts and salamanders.
Yeah, they do.
So we couldn't really tell the difference. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I thought I'm going to have to catch you again then. Well, it is an absolute different walking somewhere up spring, isn't it?
It is.
It was nice in winter with a bit of snow on the ground and autumn with leaves.
Yeah. It's been nice at all types of day and weather. What mixes it up a bit and makes it different each time.
It does look like a lot of coins have been taken out of that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be more than that.
I tell you what we never seen, we didn't come across that blue hat, did we?
No, either someone's taken it or it's just disappeared.
It's been dragged off up a tree for a nest or something.
It could be.
You're probably about happened the same person who stuck all them coins who claimed himself a bit of an hat.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. Oh, there, look.
Wow.
You just see that then?
Yeah, did you get it on camera?
I got it on camera, but at a distance. Oh, there's another one there.
Well,
Well, it's just finished off the day of nices, hasn't it?
yeah. You know, if you come in, it ain't been a walk unless one of us fell.
Yeah.
It's back to be not being a walk unless we've seen a deer today. That was pretty cool.
It was nice that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty shocked as well. It's during day.
I did just try to get another shot of them, but I don't want to scare them or start them. I give them any reason to be scared of humans, so I don't want to go running after them.
Yeah, that was well cool, wasn't it? One of my favourite things about walking is spotting deers and wildlife you won't normally see.
Yeah. Does give you a bit of a better appreciation for countryside, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we are seeing more and more deers, aren't we? It seems
Yeah.
like they're all over the place at the minute. I think one time when we come up, I think we'll try starting on walk off going along bottom way along there. Look, I've never been along that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, won't it? There you go, that's that sculpture you say. It looks like someone's got angry with your Rubik's Cube.
It does, doesn't it? I can't wear that up at all. It looks like one of them puzzle games you'd have got in a lucky bag when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was going to say you can actually get puzzles like that.
Yeah. You'd end up taking it to bits to try and put it back together.
Yeah, bet Harry could do it.
Oh, definitely. Well, we do usually end video there, but today with it being so sunny, we just want to give you a little look down here past Ogden Reservoirs, just to show you just how low it's got. And I don't think any of you is not going to like that view in background. Like I say, we have only been coming up here for like, well, around 3 months.
Yeah, since just after New Year, weren't
That's
it?
the lowest we've ever seen it. And we have been talking to people on the way up, and they've all been telling us they've never seen it so low.
Yeah.
And as we were walking up to Pendle the other day, the Black Moss Reservoirs,
Ogden.
they were very low as well.
You mean at the other side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
up on way up to Pendle.
Yeah, Ogden Reservoirs.
Let's give you a little look at this one down here as we're passing. Oh, just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. What you can see, like, where water, it's usually right up to where marsh grass is here. And it's quite a lot lower. We'll give you a better look at it as we're going past. Look at that, that's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Not sure what that is. I hope camera's picking up shimmer off water like that, because that's beautiful. That's definitely photo worthy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can see just how low it is compared to usual. But if you're not local, you've never been here before, if you go and look on his other videos, it'll give you something to compare it to. That's the woods we've just been in there, look. Have a look at that for a landscape.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I bet it is nice up there.
But it's still windy.
Yeah, it's always windy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. There's a weird bird there, look though. I'm not sure what that is.
I can't see it properly, but it looks like maybe a heron.
Yeah, it could be. I ain't clued up on birds whatsoever. We did find out that strange bird we seen yesterday, we did find out that were called a curlew. And it turns out they are on endangered species list.
On red list for birds because of tractors and farmers.
It turns out they're ground nesters. When farmer comes over and ploughs his fields and harvester comes over, they do get shredded up pretty bad, so they are becoming endangered. So that was nice to see. And they did make a nice sound.
It was a nice noise that alerted us to it though, weren't it? That made us see it.
Yeah, as we were walking along, we did wonder what it was. But we did seem to hear quite a few woodpeckers in there, didn't we? Or something we thought sounded similar, but we didn't see any.
Yeah, not exact to what I googled, but they did sound similar. I didn't hear any drumming though.
No. Would have been nice. We will see one day.
Yeah.
We are persistent.
We are.
I think Ellywell Woods might give us his best chance.
Yeah.
That's where we've seen more signs, isn't it?
It is. But something's happened to the wall there.
Yeah, we did notice I don't wait on way up.
Yeah.
It weren't like that last time we came up here, were it?
No, it weren't.
Has it happened pretty recent, is that? I just hope a car and drove into it. Someone's crashed, had an accident. We're hoping we might be able to see them deers coming out backside of there, but I haven't seen any so far. But we do usually see quite a lot of deers up in tree line there.
We've seen a couple in that little bit of field, haven't we?
Yeah. They do tend to lie down in that type of grass and just soak up the sun. Well, it gives them perfect camouflage as well, doesn't it?
It does, it's right colour for them to be camouflaged, isn't it?
You won't think something so big to be able to camouflage itself like they do, would you?
No.
Just to give you another shot at that one. We walked past here quite a few times over the last 3 months. And that's the first time we've seen that. It's usually buried in watty. But can you see where green moss is on them stones there? That's usually where it waters up to. So it has dropped quite a lot. But we have that driest March on record. I know we keep saying it, but
What does that structure look like it was?
I ain't sure. Yeah, I didn't really think of that.
We've never really seen that structure before, have we?
If anyone does have any ideas what they think that could have been, I don't think it were building or anything. I think it might have been a bit of a gangway out to, you know, to walk out for fishermen or something.
Yeah, I know there was what's supposedly a witch's house, and I think that were under one of the reservoirs, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. I'm not sure if it were Black Moss reservoirs or Ogden reservoirs, but they did find a bit of an house in reservoir, didn't they, when they drained it? And it had a mummified cat in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same one.
Yeah.
I bet that made whoever come across that jump a bit, eh?
I bet it did.
Bit last thing you'd expect him to find, wouldn't it?
It was.
A bit of an old stone cottage. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Let's go and have a look at that. Then you pull out a mummified cat.
Yeah.
The thing that puzzles me is how did it get mummified under water?
Maybe that's how it got preserved like that.
It must have done, eh? Unless it were contained in something waterproof.
Yeah, because a lot of reservoirs, they flood old villages. Cement reservoirs.
Yeah, Mick McLaren were telling me that the other day.
Yeah. Be good if you were allowed to dive in them and that and explore them, but they're dangerous, aren't they? Because at pipe, something's happened there to the wall too.
Yeah.
Like it's been pressed into.
I was going to say Appenadee has done it trying to clear it, but it looks like it's been hit at bottom. Yeah, I think it's been crashed into. Yeah. I do like watching underwater diving and stuff on telly, but I won't fancy it myself. I'm not really I'm not a strong swimmer, am I?
No.
Bricks ain't meant for walking, for floating, are they?
No.
Well, you can swim like a fish.
Yeah. Always enjoyed swimming from an early age.
It's a good thing to get kids into at an early age, yeah, I agree with you. I think that's what put me off when I was a kid. We had an horrible swimming teacher. You couldn't swim, she used to throw you in, and when you went for it side, she'd try and push you back out with your pole.
Yeah.
It did put me off for quite a number of years. Now don't get me wrong, I can swim, I just don't enjoy it. Look, all those there look all fresh.
Oh yeah.
You can tell new ones to old ones, can't you? Is it difference in colour at soils, lot?
Yeah.
Well, if there's anywhere that needs a bench, it'd be there, wouldn't it?
It would.
That'd be a cracking place for a bench just to sit in it. Look at that.
It would, wouldn't it?
It's good seeing up wildlife about, isn't it?
It is.
Well, I am looking forward to getting back home and watching video back and seeing if there's anything down them holes.
Yeah, be interesting.
I did see on news recently, there were father and son, they were out with a metal detector and they come across a 3,000-year-old bronze dagger. And they were just out walking in woods with a metal detector.
Is that the pile of fur, or is it just stones?
I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think it's just a pile of stones.
Oh.
I see what you mean though. It did look like a load of shredded up
Yeah,
wool of bird,
I
innit?
can't help myself when I see little pals like that in distance because of all them bones up Pendle Hill we found.
I know, that was crazy. That's how we found them, weren't it? Seeing bits and bats of fur like that and following trails.
Yeah. I was just seeing
We ended up finding 14 skulls.
the ravens pecking away near it, so I thought it might have been meat.
Oh, you could be right, you know.
Probably not, they might be getting bugs.
Oh, to tell, I don't want to climb over any farmers' walls to go and have a look, but
There's no stall close by.
when we get back, I'll pause TV and have a little zoom in and we'll better tell better, won't we? That's glamping pods we came across on the way up to Pendle. Like.
Yeah.
Tell you what, they did look nice. They look like little greenhouses, they look really warm inside them.
I bet they're really, really hot in summer.
Yeah. Definitely up your street, that. You'd be able to keep warm in one of them.
Yeah. That bucket's almost dry compared to how it was last time.
Yeah.
It was proper flowing, weren't it?
Oh, that's beautiful, that, isn't it?
It is. I can't believe the big change in water level compared to winter to now.
Yeah. It has dropped a lot, hasn't it? In, what, a month, 5 weeks since we were last over here. Up and a little bit shorter. It were right up to, right up to banking there, like.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed coming with us on another little wander. Hope you've all enjoyed what you've seen.
Yeah, thank you. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment, and we do get back to every comment that's left to us.
Thanks very much. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Good night.